Ready for what?
Get ready.
Panoramic views?
2, 1.
What is it?
Skeleton.
Instead of going to Barcelona, the Canary Islands, or Mallorca, consider cooling down this summer in Vigo, Spain. You'll be one of the few foreigners in this fairy tale of a port town. Who needs Monaco when you can be in a cooler and quieter version for a fraction of the price? In this video, allow local residents to show you how to have an incredible time in Vigo. If you're new here, this is Tara from the channel She Saves, He Invests, They Travel, bringing travel tips and finance stories ordinary people can relate to. To get started, let's first orient ourselves. Vigo is located in the southwest of Galicia, Spain. To get there from Madrid, we took a train. This has got to be one of the most beautiful modern train stations that I've ever seen. It looks brand new. It was super easy to catch a cab from the train station. We have just arrived in Vigo, and the city is gorgeous. We don't care what the magazines say about it being industrial. It might be, but it's also beautiful. It's very hilly, and it has a port, and an old town. We stayed in the AC Palacio Universal Hotel by Marriott, a 4-star hotel that we really liked because it is in a flat and central location. Also, it was just the right amount of luxury for a good price. Let's talk about the modern city center for a moment before we move on to the old town. The center is clean, well-maintained with lush landscaping, walkable and beautiful. Even the port area is pretty, especially at night. A variety of restaurants, cafes, and shops dot the center. For dinner, we liked Trastienda del Cuatro.
Got our carpaccio and risotto dish.
Pizza de pulpo.
Y croquetas de carne y queso.
It's good. Creamy, rich goodness.
Creamy, seafoody. Yeah. Very good.
And Malauva Wine Bar. Links in the description below. Vigo is refreshing during the summer with a low of 14 to 16 degrees Celsius and highs of 24 to 26 degrees. That means it ranges from about 59 to 77 degrees Fahrenheit for all of you using the imperial system. In the summer, you will be walking among local families and business owners in perfect weather, sunny, breezy, and not too warm yet not too cold. The city will not be crowded either. Before you go to the old town, I suggest you have breakfast, brunch, or a coffee at this French pastry shop downtown. Look at this cute little cafe where Andrea got her coffee this morning. Okay, let's move from the modern city center up to the old town. And I mean up. The incline to get up to the old town is so steep that the city provides escalators to move you over the stone steps. We are riding an escalator in a city. From one level of the city to the next. Vigo's old town is very old and well preserved. It was part of the Roman Empire for about 600 years, and evidence of that period can still be seen today, as can its medieval aspects. A perimeter wall with 6 access gates was built in 1665 when it was known for sardine fishing. Its 2-kilometer radius makes it easy to explore in a single afternoon. Narrow stone streets intersect its plazas. What is it?
Skeleton. Dressed up as an old lady.
Oh my gosh. That is creepy. It's also dotted with churches, cafes, museums, and boutique restaurants. When we arrived in the old town, a free live orchestra was playing for the public in the Puerta do Sol. cute and affordable lunch places throughout the old town. It's a great idea to have lunch up there because it's one of the city's best dining areas, especially for wine, tapas, and seafood. You can also sit and dine in some of the city's historic restaurants there. Suggestions for good lunch places in the old town can be found in the description below. For dinner, some locals took us to the restaurant Maison El Águila, which we are happy to recommend because the food and service was great. It's just a 5-minute walk downtown from the historical core. Okay, let's move on to the castle. Yep, Vigo has a castle. Well, kind of. Vigo has a well-preserved fortress that once protected a castle on top of a low-lying mountain. It's actually just a hill, but to us Floridians, it's a small mountain. Actually, there's 2 fortresses. The Fortaleza de San Sebastián way at the bottom, and the Castillo del Castro at the top. And lots of cool things to see in between, such as the Cross of the Fallen and the monument to the Galleons of Rand. The Castillo del Castro is a park with prehistoric ruins and the remains of a castle constructed in the Middle Ages. You will walk up steps for about 30 to 45 minutes.
Andrea's way ahead. I gotta say, Andrea, wait up!
But it's well worth it because there are great views the entire time. There is enough beauty on this walk in the form of statues, lush landscaping, fountains, fort lookouts, stone walls, entrance archway, and panoramic views of the city that it's actually a very pleasant way to spend an afternoon.
Okay, get ready. Are you ready?
Ready for what?
Get ready.
Panoramic views?
2, 1.
Yes, she did it. She's been doing this all day long, and I had no proof until now. She's also been singing.
Make sure to take water and snacks with you because there's no coffee shop on top. Before we take you to the islands just off the coast of Vigo, let us show you what a local beach looks like. We took the bus to Samil from downtown Vigo. It was less than an hour bus ride and only cost a few euros. Samil Beach was definitely not disappointing. It was kind of a unique beach with a forest and a boardwalk and restaurants and shops and a lazy river and kiddie pools and playgrounds and this really weird area where this kind of river would join the sea. It was really interesting. I had a really good time.
Aw, I wouldn't mind getting into that pool. Got our ice cream, we've got a pool, we've got public restrooms, and we've got miles and miles of beach, plus Isla Cies.
Speaking of Isla Cies, there are 2 beautiful islands off the coast of Vigo that are well worth the ferry ride. One is Isla Cies, and the other is Isla Ons. We will take you to both in this video. See this long line on the corner that says Isla Cies? Do not get in this line. This is where you go to buy a ticket, not where you go to pick up your ticket if you already purchased your ticket online beforehand, which we recommend you do because slots fill up fast, and look how long this line is. Don't do this. This is where you pick up your tickets that you purchased online. This line is much shorter compared to that long line you just saw across the street from this location. Take your confirmation number with you and enter this building. You pick up your tickets at the desk that says your departure time and the name of the island. We are going to Isla Cies at 11 a.m., so I stood in this line. You don't need an ID, just show them your confirmation number on your phone or print it out. We are at the port waiting in a very long line to board. Look at how long this line is. It wraps all the way around the port. Our line is line 3. We were told cola 3, and I think our ticket said cola 3, which is line 3. There are signs that say which line you should stand in.
Adiós por 6 horas, Vigo.
lot of things to do once on Isla Cies. There are many beaches. There is a restaurant. You can go hiking to the top of mountains to capture incredible views. You can also go see lighthouses. The links in the description below will help you plan your trip by describing all the things to see and do on the island.
We're having lunch on the main beach at Isla Cies, and it's a constant battle with the seagulls. We've just hiked for about 2.5 hours around the island, and we saw what was supposed to be a more secluded beach, but actually there's less people on this one, which is the main one where the ferry comes in. And we saw some amazing vistas. I made some mistakes. I am wearing a long sleeve sweater with multiple layers attached underneath. Brought no swimsuit. I at least could have thrown a tank top or a sports bra into my bag, but no. I think it's helpful to have a backpack instead of canvas grocery bags that you carry, and maybe some walking sticks. Seen some people with some walking sticks, and I think they know what they're doing. Any words, Andrea?
No, but you should come here.
I wholeheartedly agree. Andrea has good taste. This was her idea.
Okay, on to Isla Ons. I won't explain how to get there, but I will leave links in the description of how to get your ferry tickets. We will just give you a brief peek at Ons and explain some of the differences between the islands. Ons is further away and has less shade and incline. I won't say much more because we will compare the two islands in a detailed breakdown in another video. And because you stayed until the end, here is your bonus. On the way to the old town, we found this unique concept store called Vaidhe Design Shop, and we are sharing it here with you now. This is what I ended up buying. I couldn't resist because they had such adorable stuff.
Aquí están las
Like, here are your fucking keys.
putas llaves. Oh, creo que lo necesito también.
Hasta luego, timid investors!
Hola, pájaro.